Alright guys, welcome to Dan Graphics Academy. Today I am going to show you how to design this simple flyer, this e-flyer. But before I show you, we are going to touch some tools because we are going to use those tools and do the design. Don't forget, I am still Master D, you can call me that. And if you are new in this channel, subscribe, like, share to your friends. So let's get the design started. Since it's an e-flyer, I'm going to set the flyer size to be a square. I'm going to use 10 by 10 feet. Remember, if you don't know how to set your paper size, I have a tutorial on this, how to customize whatever paper size you want to use in your graphic design. So I'm setting this to 10 by 10 inches. Then I'm going to hit the OK button. Here is the square page. Now before we write down with this, I want to show you some things because I'll be using them for this design. Now when you have, sometimes like you used to see school badge. For example, school badge. Now you want this text to go around, you want this write-up to go round this circle. What do? You click on the text, draw whatever shape you want it to take place. And remember also, I've taught you how to use shape too. So I'm converting this to curve, and let me just curve the edge. So if you want this write-up to go around this shape or around this circle, it is very simple. All you have to do is draw whatever shape you want it to take, then write the text. Select the text and go to the text menu. Go to fit text to part. Now when you click on it, just move your mouse to the edge of whatever shape, that shape you've drawn. Then you will be seeing the text going around the object, the shape you drew. Then when you get how you want the text to be on the edge, you now click your button, click your mouse, the text will now be there. Then if there is any adjustment you want to do, you click on the text. Now there's this red dot here, that red is called glyph. Hold the glyph, then as you are moving it, the text will be following you. You can shift it, anyhow you drag the glyph, the text will follow you. You can also adjust your text fonts, fonts, the size and everything. Remember your fonts list always waste time when you open it for the first time. And when you are done, you now want to delete the shape. You don't need the shape again. You have two ways to do this. Either you select the whole thing and go to object, then click on break text, or you press Ctrl K. You click on it. Now the shape will be on its own, the text will be on its own. If you want to return the text to be a normal straight line text, you click on the text, go to text menu, and you will see straighten text. Let's write on the circle. Click on the text, draw the shape, go to text menu. The text should be selected. Go to the text menu, click on fit text to part. Now move it around the object. You can click OK when it's okay. But look at this now. This thing is like being upside down. What do? You click and click on the text. Remember, if you click on the text for the first time, it's going to select everything. But I want to select only the text, so I have to click on the text again. Now go up on the property bar. Remember what I told you about the property bar. You should go and watch that interface tutorial. It's very important. Now I'm going to click, this is left and right, and this is upside down. So I'm going to click on two of them. You see the text has turned to normal. I'll now hold my glyph again and I adjust it the way I want it. If you want it to go inside, you drag it inside. If you want it to go outside, you drag it outside. So that's how you all those badges you see, the design, this kind of thing, this is how they have been done. If you don't need a circle again, you can click and click, make sure that the circle is selected. You now delete, press the delete button, or you might click and delete or undo. I just press Ctrl Z now. You can select all of them, go to object, you will see break, or you press Ctrl K. That's how you separate the text from the object if you don't need the object. I will be using this kind of a thing in our design. That's why I want to show you. Then another thing is this transparency tool. Let's practice it more. I wanted to have a special class, but let me do it and do it once and for all here. Let me get some, let me just get a random picture. Okay, let me get these two. I want to show you how you can use your transparency to create a background and also to blend images. Not only images, you can blend text, you can blend shapes. Now look at these two images. I want to join these two images together, creating a new background. I like the top here. I want to switch, I want to use the down here to replace the black image, and I want this to be the new image here. What do? I will place one of the image on top of the other. Okay, this one is on top, and I have shown you how to rearrange. Let's say you want this one to go behind, you right click on it, go to order, go to behind. Now click the object you want it to go behind, That's how you rearrange. Okay, let me continue what I want to do. Now transparency tool, let me do some practice before we do what we want to do. Look at the transparency tool I'm talking about. This one that looks like glass cup, click on it. Now on the top here, on the property bar, you can choose styles. Like here is uniform. Uniform means you want all parts of the image to be transparent. Now let me clear the transparency. There was this page, the edge of this page was not showing before, but when I clicked on the image using the transparency tool and click on uniform transparency, I can now see the edge of this showing me, which means that this particular image is now transparent. It's not like watermark, I can see through it. And if you want to increase the transparency, you go here, transparency picker. The lighter the bar you select, the more transparent the thing becomes. The thicker the object. Although you can also switch it by yourself. When you click on this bar, you drag. The higher the number, the more transparent the object becomes. If you don't need it, you click on this one here, no transparency. Then here we have here is where you can now customize, and that is the one we are going to use here. The black box, look at where we clicked, the fountain transparency. The black box is the transparency itself. Anywhere you drag it, that place will be more transparent than the other side. Then the white is the main color of the image or main color of the object. Anywhere you drag it, that place will be more of that image, more color of that image or object. So this is how you control. Anywhere you drag the black, that place will be more transparent than the other side. Then we have other styles. We have the conical. Remember, anywhere you see the black, that black side will always be more transparent than the white. We have the star and the rest of them. Now this tool, this transparency tool, used to confuse some people, like my physical students. They used to misunderstand this tool with the other tool called interactive fill tool. Interactive fill tool has this kind of color, this kind of style effect. Like look at this shape I drew. Now let me give it a color. This one is used for colors. If you click on it and go to fountain fill, and choose any style here. Look at what happened. I hope you are seeing this. Now the white is the white color. This one is color, it's not transparency. If you click here, we change color. If you click here and click here, we change color. I've made a tutorial on this. I want to show you something that makes these two tools, the transparency tool and the interactive tool, to look alike. If you click on transparency tool and click on this image, you see we have something that looks alike with this. This one is color. This one deals with color. Why this one deals with transparency? So let's understand the difference. Although they work alike, they look alike. Okay, let me delete this. Now to the transparency tool. If you want, let's say you can add a bar, or you can add a bar. You can use this to adjust any dark color you put here. This one is for pro. I would like you to understand the first stage first before doing this. This one now, if you click darker color from your color bar, it's going to make that place to be more transparent. If you click lighter color, that color, the color of that place will come out. So this one is not color actually, but you can use it to adjust your transparency. Like you don't want it to be like here, you don't want here to be more transparent, although you can drag this one closer. In fact, I would like you to play around with this. The more you do it and the more you follow me in this channel, because I'll be using most of all of these tools to be making designs. One time once, oh, let me not speak much better. Okay, let's delete this. Now back to our design. Like I said, I want it to be more transparent so that I will be seeing the one behind. I'll click on this, use the transparency tool. Now drag. You can drag by yourself, like you drag from up down to up. Remember, anywhere that is black will be more transparent, so I have made that place to be more transparent. That the more you are going in and going out, you'll be seeing the effects. Then aside that, let me clear the transparency. Click the transparency, click on clear. There's no transparency. Aside that, there are other things you can do without even applying transparency. Just pick up the tool, go to this transparency mesh mode. Click here. As you are selecting all these things, you'll be seeing what the selected object will be doing on top of the one. It is above one. My grammar is too much. I'm showing you this because we are going to use it in our design. I think these are the things I need to show you. The transparency to how to make text to go around. Okay, another one is shadow, because we'll be using it as well. Shadow. Remember, in our channel here, we don't just click buttons and go. We show you what we do so that you won't get confused. Let me put any color here. Go to my shadow tool. If you are looking for any tool, just place your mouse on the tool. You will see the name of the tool will appear. The name will appear. Drop shadow tool. Now shadow, you can draw shadow by yourself. You can also, that is, you hold the object and drag to the direction you want the shadow to go. Or let me clear it. On the property bar, this red icon here, click on it to clear. You can choose shadow effect from the presets under property bar while your shadow tool is selected and the object is selected too. Select the style of shadow you want and click. It will apply. It will be applied. If you want to change the color of the shadow, click on this. This is the color, while this one is the shadow itself. So when you click here, or this one is the object. When you click here, you now go up here and choose the color you want the shadow to have. As I change, you can even use this shadow effect as glow effect. Then you can increase how dark you want, how dark or how light in color you want the transparency to be. That is opacity. If you reduce the number there and press enter, the color of the shadow will be more lighter. Let me make it like 50. The more you increase it, the more thicker the shadow becomes. Then here means feathering. if you want the edges of the shadow to be stronger, you reduce the number. Let me put like 1 now. Okay, let me also increase this thing to 100. You see that the edges of the shadow is now becoming stronger. It's not. Let me drag it out small. Use this to adjust the shadow. Now looks like a test of its own. The edges is very strong. Now if you want the edge to fade out, you now go to feathering and increase the number there. The more you increase the number, the more the edges become feathered. And if you don't need a shadow, you click on this to clear up the shadow. Although I've taught this before in my old classes. Okay, now let's do the design we came here today. In this folder is where I'm having the tools. I've downloaded the things I want to use for this class already. So where are you? Look at the tools I want to use for the design. And I've shown you how to copy your text from your phone to your system. Copy using WPS to receive it and send it to your system through Bluetooth, local send, or use your USB-Y. These are my tools. I'm going to use these 3, 1, 2, and 3 as my background. Copy them. I'm going to paste. Okay, this I have to put a rectangle here so that I can be power clipping this. If you watch the video on how to set paper size, how to customize your paper size in CorelDRAW, there I taught you how to power clip object, what is power clip and how to power clip. So I'll be using it here. I will right click this, power clip, and click. I'll put the object inside. Now I have to remove this black outline by right clicking here. If you are new in this class, just go into my channel and watch the tutorials. If you are following me bumper to bumper, you will really understand and like this class. Let me power clip this also. Now I want to adjust this thing because it's not going to be like this. I will right click, edit content. I'm not doing this thing for the first time so that you won't think that I'm doing magic here. I've done this kind of design before. Because of this tutorial, because of this channel, I want to practice. Now I don't want this side to show, because if I go back to my normal working place, this thing is not looking good. So I want here to blend with the one behind it. That is when I'm going to apply that transparency to I taught you earlier. I will click on the main object. I don't know if you understood how I got inside here. This is outside the page. Now I can't work on this object, these 2 images here. I can't work on them unless I go inside the power clip. That is, go inside the object, inside the container. Right click, edit, power clip. This is one of the reasons you have to follow me bumper to bumper. On Wednesdays, I drop my full tutorials, while during the weeks, during the days, weekdays, I drop short videos. And also, if you don't have a laptop yet and you like to, or you want to learn how to design with your phone, the tutorials are also on my channel. So I'm going to apply that effect here, the transparency. I want this to be here with this lamp, but I don't want the other side to be shown. Now do you see I've blended the objects to this one. Undo, Ctrl Z to return back. Now I'll click here to go back to, you see the new background I have. Okay, like I said, I've designed this thing before, so I'm not even thinking of what to do. Let me start the design. I will draw a rectangle here. Now I want to make the edges curve. Use the shape tool. Class on this particular tool is also ready. So if you are yet to watch this or to know how this tool works, go and watch that tutorial. It's going to help you a lot, because there I broke down everything in details about the tools about this particular tool. Okay, now I have this and I want to put, I have two colors here. This particular one, this first one here is CMYK and this one here is RGB. The reason I have two of them open is because normally most of my designs are printed designs. They're the ones that are being printed out. That's why I have my CMYK. Whenever I'm designing any work I'll be printing out, I'll be using this color. But if it's going to be work that will not be printed, an e-flyer for example, for this class I'm designing an e-flyer, so I'll be using this color on this template, this palette, this RGB color, so that the color will pop out very well. Okay, I'll click here and choose red. I want to mix it. I want to make some places. Use my interactive fill tool. Now I drag. I want here to be kind of yellow, something like this. This, my design is going to be a bright design. I will remove the outline color. Now draw small squares where I will put food. If you want to draw a perfect shape, hold Ctrl while drawing the shape. Hold Ctrl to give you a perfect shape. If you don't hold Ctrl, look at what will be happening. But if you hold Ctrl, it's going to give you a square. Delete. Now I also want to make this one a rounded edge. I'll pick up the shape tool, hold one of these and move. Now put any color inside. The color I'm putting here doesn't matter because I will use these images here to cover it. Now the outline, I'll go to my outline to double click down here. I hope you are following my mouse. Double click. Now I'll go here, choose number. Let me use 4 for example, and I want it to be white. Go to color, choose white. Then don't forget to select these two. Click this and this. This is very important. I have explained this although. Okay, now I also want to add more effect on this. Let me increase the outline. Okay, let me increase it to like 8. I can put any number. Like now this 8 seems too big. I'll put 6 by myself. 6 is not on the list, but you can put any number there. Click OK. I think it's okay like this. I'm going to apply shadow. Click here. Now we use this small glow. The color, I don't like it. I want it to be pure black. I will use black, and it's too much. I will reduce this to like 50, and this is also, the feathering is too much as well. Let me reduce to like 5. Enter. Okay, and let me make it 10. Now I want to apply everything here first, so that when I want the same thing, I don't need to be repeating the same thing. That's what saves time. I will select all of them. The reason I'm selecting all of them like this is because, see, if you are selecting something and you place your mouse inside an object to drag over, you are automatically moving that object your mouse was on top. So that's why I'm moving from outside the page, drag over. You can also, if you want to select inside, if you want to select from inside without moving another object, hold down your alternate key and drag over. If you don't hold your alternate key and want to drag, you are going to move the object behind. But I want to select here now without going outside, without going from outside. I want to do it inside here. I want to select the whole of this. I will hold alternate, then drag over. Now before leaving the mouse, you leave the alternate. Leave the alternate key, that is ALT key, leave it before you leave your mouse. Your mouse should be the last thing. You may ask, why am I dragging over instead of just clicking and move? If I click and move and duplicate, remember I thought you have to duplicate with mouse. If I move and right click, what I'm duplicating is only the shape. The shadow did not follow. You see the shadow did not follow. So that's why I have to drag everything. Or if you want to just click, then make sure your mouse is touching the shadow. Hold the shadow and move, then right click before you leave your mouse. You see, understand the difference where you apply shadow to an object and you just move the object like this and then right click. That is you press Ctrl D if you are using shortcut. The object is what will be selected, the shadow will not go along. So either you zoom in, place your mouse on the shadow, then move and then right click, you get the whole object, or you hold your alternate key, drag over. Remember, if you're using alternate key, hold alternate first, then hold your mouse, drag over. Now before you leave your mouse, you leave the alternate key first. Leave the alternate key first before the mouse. Okay, now I want to move and the right click. If you are moving an object and you want it to maintain that straight line, you don't want it to go up, you don't want it to go down, hold down the Control key as you are moving. As you are moving, hold down the Control key, then right click when you get to the point you want. I talk a lot, but there is reason I talk a lot. I want you to understand. I don't just click buttons and go. I'm selecting two of them to increase. Okay, let me show you one thing again, because in our next class, if I'm using them, you will not be confused. Look at these new shapes I'm drawing now. This small boss, I want it to be at the top here. Now instead of stressing my eye and my mouse, stressing myself to get to this point very well, what I have to do is this. I'm going to click on this small one first, hold down the shift key, because I want to align this small one into the bigger one. I'll hold the small one first, hold down the shift key and click the bigger one. Just like when you want to trim, you want to do all these things. I've taught this thing in my Shape 2 class. So if you want to know about these things, go and watch my Shape 2 class. I'll now press T. Look at these letters. We have T, we have R, we have E, we have C, we have B, we have L. Now this T stands for top. Let me shift this thing one side. T stands for top, arrow stands for right, L stands for, you can get your paper and pen, write these things down. If the class seems too long to you, you can save the video. Just forward the video to your WhatsApp, forward it to yourself on WhatsApp, share the video, share the link of this video to your WhatsApp, so that anytime you need it, instead of stressing yourself, you can just go to your WhatsApp and click on the link. It will direct you straight to the video. Okay, now these are the keys I'm going to press, and if you look at them, I did not put any control, I did not put any shift, I did not put any alternate. All you have to do is select the two objects, but first of all, select the one you want to align into the other one. Select, hold shift key and click on the other one. Now if you press T, this small one now, this small one is going to the top of this object because I'm pressing T. No control, no shift, just T. If you want it to move to the left, you press L. If you want it to move to the right, you press arrow. If you want it to come to down, maintaining this line to come down, you press B. If you want it to come to the center at the bottom here, you press C. If you want it to go to the extreme to the left, you press L. If you want it to go vertically, that is from up to down, if you want the object to be at the middle from up to down, you press E. But if you want it to go at the middle between left and right is C, that is center. I pray you understand this. The reason I'm showing you this because I'm going to apply it here. Instead of stressing myself to arrange this thing to be at the center of this red one behind, instead of stressing myself, what I have to do is I'm going to select the two of them and group. Select two of them and group. Right click and group. Then click two of them are together as one. Now I'll now click again, hold shift key and click on the red one, then press C. Remember, C is the center between left and right, the center. Now without pressing my C, even if this thing is outside and I want it to be at the center, I have to click on it, hold shift key, click on the one I want it to align to, press C. Here we don't just make design and go, we teach what we do. Remember, like our video, share, and if you are new, subscribe. Okay, as I was saying, I did not group these objects, I just selected them. Let me group them back. If I did not group them, they are now 1 1. If I select two of them and try that thing I did before, like I selected them, hold shift key, click on the red one, press C, all of them are going to be at the center. Now this one is at the center of this one. That's why I have to undo. That's what I press now, Ctrl Z, Ctrl Z. That's why I have to select them first, group, so that it will remain like this. I've taught the difference between group, combine, weld and others in my shape 2 class. So if you are still confused about what I'm doing here, go and watch that tutorial, shape 2. Okay, I think I've gotten what I want. Now I have to ungroup them because I want them to be separate. So the next thing I'm going to do is to duplicate this shape. I will move down, right click. If you move for the first time, then if you are pressing Ctrl D, the object will be following you without stress. I think I need this thing to be more than this. I am not thinking to do this. Like I told you, I've designed this kind of a thing before, but I'm doing it again because of the sake of this class. Okay, I'm going to bring in the food I will be using. Let me shift these things. Let me go and bring the foods I'll be using. Go to the folder and select all of them at once. I clicked on the first one, hold down the shift key and click on the last one to select them at once. Then if you want to select randomly, you click on one, hold Ctrl and pick the ones you want. I always like my students to be more than me, or to be almost like me. Okay, I want to paste those images. If I paste those images, it's going to cover these things and I don't want to start moving one after the other. So I'm going to add a new page. Click on the plus sign to add a new page. Now right click and paste. After pasting, you can now select them, reduce, move them one side. If you are using higher version that is not X7, when you move outside like this and go to the next page, you will not see the things you moved one side. You will not see them. But in X7, when you place an object outside the page, you go to other pages, you'll be seeing those objects. So what do you do if you are using higher version? All you have to do is when you move it and go to the other page but you do not see it, what you do is select that object, move it. The reason I created this page was because if I paste those things, it's going to be on the page. Look at what I mean. And even I just right click and paste, it's going to block here, which will be taking me time to be moving the one after the other. If I select all of them to move, I'm going to scatter my work. So that's why undo. That's why I created a new page to paste them here. Now after they are pasted, I can now select, reduce it, move it one side. Like I say, if you are using higher version of CorelDRAW, you cut it from here, then go to that your first page and now paste. It's going to maintain that position where you copy it from or where you cut it from. Look at the images now. Now we'll start clipping them. When I click, remember all these things are single, I do not group them. When I right click on any of them, I'll click on click on any of the shapes. If the thing did not match in very well, I have told you in my previous class, if you want to adjust this thing without opening it, without pressing edit Powerclip, You can adjust it by using your alternate key. Let me change this into white. Right click, Powerclip, place inside. If it doesn't set in very well, I'm using alternate and I'm not going to use edit Powerclip. I'll use alternate, hold down the alternate key, then click on the objects. The picture inside dash frame is what is selected. I can now adjust. Let me reserve my energy and just be pasting. Pasting and adjusting. Let me tell you this is part once. If your client gives you work to do and you don't know where to start, you don't know how to even go about it, you can download an app called Pinterest. That app helps me a lot. Whenever I'm confused, I don't know how to start, where to start to do the design, I will go straight to that app, type whatever thing I want to design, type it, samples will come out. I'll now pick like 2 or 3 samples. Now once I see those samples, I'll now start getting clues on how I'm going to do the design. Jollof rice. I'm going to remove one. Let me remove this. You right click and click on extract to extract the objects. Let me put vegetables. Put vegetables. No, egusi soup. Now let me use my drink and keep it let me shift this thing. The reason I shifted this thing inside that time was because if I go to the other page, if it's outside the page, if I go to the other page, I will see it. That's why I shifted it inside, so that it will not be showing on the other page. Okay, now let me select everything and shift them inside small so that the drink will come out. I think this is okay. It's not a must that every food will show, because I'm going to still list the food. Now, remember what I told you, I've designed this thing before. That's why I'm not putting tests. I'm just doing it because I know what I'm doing. Let me go to that my test. So if your customer send you write up like this on WhatsApp or handwritten, if it's handwritten, don't be afraid. I have a video that will show you how to convert handwritten tests to normal tests, to normal editable tests. So if your customer send you write up like this as a beginner, you highlight and copy. Now there is this tool you have to have in your phone, WPS Office, this one here on the screen. Open it and paste it there. You have to have this tool, you have to have this application in your phone. Click on the create, click on the documents, click on plus sign, that is the blank. Then paste the text. You hold and paste. You should know how to paste. Now save it. Save it inside documents, give it a name and click on save. And that's it. You now send it to your laptop. If you're using laptop, then if you're using Pixel Lab, you can now work with it here. You just be copying and pasting. If it's on your laptop, you now send through Bluetooth, your USB, or use local send. I have a video on how to send through Bluetooth, or if your Bluetooth has fault, there's a video I have that will show you how to fix your Bluetooth. Then if the file you are sending, apart from this particular thing I showed you now, if there are other things you want to send from your phone and they are heavy, instead of using Bluetooth, because Bluetooth wastes time, you can use your USB wire, or you use local send. There's a video I have on how to use local send to send files. So let's go back to this screen. It says I sent through my WhatsApp through Bluetooth. I'm not going to copy. Let me copy these two first. Copy. Come here. Click on your text to click outside your work. Just click your button. Use Ctrl V, because sometimes if you right click you will not see paste. Sometimes you will not see it. Or you press Ctrl V. The text will paste. Just click OK. I will explain this thing later when we talk about this thing. I will explain it later when we talk about how to design. How to design brochure. Yes, brochure and magazines. For now, just click. Okay, now you drop your tool. Click on the text. I will separate them pressing Ctrl K, or go to Object and click on this. I want to separate Master D Eatery and what we cook. I want to separate them to be 1:1. Now, as Eatery will go down, I will drop my tool and also break it. Ctrl K. Okay, now Eatery. I want Eatery to be bigger, and let me apply fancy font. Let me try this font. Script. Before then, let me convert to curves, shape 2. If you haven't learned how to use these two, better go and do it. It's in my previous class. This one I'm going to apply green color. Let me copy this green. I like this green. Well, if it's not working, just use this one, eyedropper. Click on the color, pour it inside first. Drop your tool. Now go and apply that interactive filter. There's always a way to do something. Now I want to use lighter green from here. Something like this. Remove the outline color. Now bring my Eatery again. Now the shape will be covering the Eatery. All I have to do is right click on the Eatery order. In front of the green, you click on the green object. Let me kind of protect this more. It's part of design. Okay, let me mix color using this interactive filter. I'm going to use dark black and red. Black. I'm using RGB black and RGB red. Now looking at this color do not make sense on top of each other. The red and the green, it's not making sense. It's not making sense. Now for me to make it make sense, I have to apply outline. Double click here and apply outline. White. Bam bam. Let me show you the reason why I'm clicking on this. If you don't click on this and click OK, the outline will be coming inside the object. And let's assume we choose something like it. The outline will keep on coming inside. That's why you have to select these two. 1, 2. The outline will go outside now. Okay, let me apply small shadow on this. Use that shadow tool we taught you, just like we did here. But this time we are not going to use small glue. We are going to use another style, something like this. Drag the shadow closer. This is the reason I said let me show you some tools we are going to be using for this class. Okay, now I don't want this green here. I don't want this green to be showing. I don't want this green to be showing because it's affecting the view of this design. I'm clicking on the green, pick up the shape tool. Now add points. If you are in class in my shape tool, you will understand what I'm trying to do now. I'm adding points. I'm adding points here. Now when I add point, I add another point. Just drag this one to be inside like this. I don't want this one to show. Add a point. Click on the green again. Just hide the green inside the text. So I can do like that. Okay, let me bring out this thing to show you how this out of this place has become. Go and watch that tutorial on shape 2, you understand this better. Okay, mask D. I want mask D to be here. You can bold it or find another font. I want to copy this color and paste it here. Click on the green on that shape. Go down here. Display the row font. Drag the color there and move it to the new object. Or you click on the one you want to copy the properties from. Click. Then go to edit. Go to copy properties from. Now select what you want to copy. I want to copy the inside color. That is the field. Select field. Click OK. Then click where you are copying from. Let me also apply small shadow there so that it won't just be there. No, let me make it like something like this. It's not making sense. Let me remove the shadow. I think it's okay. Although there is this style I want to apply to this, using that text, how to fix text to parts. I want it to be kind of in a circle form. So I'll click on mask D. After drawing the circle, go to text, just the thing we practiced earlier. Fit text to parts. And move. Yeah. Click on the circle 2 times and delete, or you break it apart. It's not making sense. It looks like MASD Eatery. Let's leave it the way we have it. We had it before. That's one thing we design. Keep on doing until you get what you want. Now I want to align all my text to be like this, to be left alignment. So I'm going to drag out my ruler and place it at the back of this E, so that all the text I will be writing will be from here and go to the left, to the right hand side. Now what we cook, you can change the right of your client and write it the way it will match your work. Sometimes instead of writing this thing what we cook, I can write it menu. Hold it. Let me kind of put it small, but not too much small. Now I'll go to my document and copy those things to save time. Click outside, paste, Ctrl V, OK. I want it to be very dark. Click on this. I want to create space between letters. Use shape to drag down small. Now put small square or circle as my bullets. You can copy this kind of green color, drag it into it. Remove the outline. If you are moving and you want the object to maintain that straight line while moving, You hold down the Control key, drag to the point you want and right click, then be pressing Ctrl D to follow that step, that first movement you made. Let me adjust, use shape to either adjust this one or adjust the shapes. Now go and copy the other one. Copy. Also right click outside, now right click and paste, Ctrl V. This is too long. Let me break it. Double click, enter. Reduce the font size, it's too much. Let me do something. Right click, convert to curves, take shape to. Well, I want that shape too because I like using it. You see the use of this line. This line will be helping me to arrange my text. I think we are almost through with this design. Draw a rectangle. I don't want it to cover this drink. Let me remove the outline. Click on the drink, right click on the drink, order. Make the drink to come in front of the red. This is how I want it to be. Put contacts. Let me copy it to also save time. If you want to put the call icon, go to the text menu, go to insert character. Now by the side here, all you have to do is choose font. Any font you choose, it will show you the characters. For example, if I click on this area, these are the characters on that area. Any of them I like, I want to use, I'll click and click on copy or drag it outside, increase it and use it. Now if I want the call, email and the rest of them, although you can download all those icons from Pinterest or from your Google, click here and look for these fonts. I like using Wingdings and Webdings. I'm looking for W. Now look at this. I have many fonts here. What is thing? Respect yourself now. Look at the font, Wingdings. If you click on this, you'll be seeing the call icon, email, and the rest of them, even the sign icon. I can just drag this one outside, drag it out. You can flip it using mirror, left and right, upside down, white. Can even change this thing to yellow. No, let me use white. Okay, one last touch. I want to use this thing. You may be asking me, why did I bring out this? The reason I brought out this, I want to use it and mask this material. Let me group, Ctrl G, and let me delete this. I don't need them again. this thing is behind, so I'm going to right click and say order in front of this because I've grouped this one. Now it is on top. I'll place it on top. I can use that same measurement as my page. My page is 10 by 10, so I'm going to click this 10 by 10, enter. And anything you want to be exactly at the center of this page, press P. As you select the object, press P. Now it is covering my whole design. I'll click on my transparency to go to normal. This time I'm not applying any effect. I'll just go here and be playing around with this merge mode. If I bring out this thing, you will see. Do you notice something? Undo, redo. It has given me one kind effect like that. So you can use transparency to apply effect. The more you are changing this, it will be showing you different effects. So it depends. No, this one is not good. It's too short. It depends on what you want. So that's how you play around until you get what you want. I think multiply is okay. Then another effect you can also do to your design is, apart from finding a light background, you can, after designing, you select. No, I'm not showing you that today, so that you will not confuse yourself. This thing is too close. Now put this thing at the top. Select your work. I am done with this work. I will select it, group it, and now export it to be a picture. This is the raw file. And remember, as you are working, be saving your work, because your power may go off, and if your power goes off and you do not save your work will be gone. Remember to be saving your work. So let me save it first. Ctrl S, or you click here, or you go to File and click on that icon, Save. Ctrl S. Let me give it a D Eatery. Okay, now click on Save. It will show you down here when it starts saving. It's getting, look at this icon. Whenever you see this icon, it means save it. It is done saving, and the name at the top here has changed. Always know where you save your work so that it will be hard for you to get. Now select and export it. You can convert it to PDF. You can do normal exporting. That's converting it to image. You can change the name if you wish. Now make sure it is on this format, unless you want it to be in PNG. PNG is for transparent background. I've taught this thing in my Pixel Lab tutorial, but I will still repeat it in CorelDRAW. But for now, just pick JPEG bitmap and click on export. Always remember this selected only, so that those things you selected will be the things that will be exported. Click on export and make sure you put it on RGB, because it's an if layer, so that the color will still maintain the color. The preview will show you, but my own will waste time. So to avoid you waiting for it, just click OK. It's supposed to show here, but my own is wasting time. You can also increase the quality by clicking here and select highest. Click OK. Always make your work very sharp. I think here is the end of this class. Like, subscribe, go to my channel list. This class is focused on those people who wants to become a graphic designer. We don't click buttons, we show what we do. And when you follow us as we are doing as we are pressing the button, you will understand it better and better. Okay, if I go to the folder I used to export my work, you'll now see the work. There's a lot of things open in my system, so that's why it's wasting time. You know, we used to do many things at a time. I can be exporting video, I can be working at the same time, typing, checking so many things. So all these things to make your system to hang. Remember, I'm still your master, Max D. Look at the design here. Okay, you open now. I'll keep us waiting. Where YouTube suggests my video to you, don't skip anyone. Make sure you watch it. Give us like, do you notice something here? This black is very thicker, more black than this. The reason was this one is just normal CMYK black and this is RGB black. So these are the things you have to be mindful of. Let me ungroup and shift down my listing one side, then go here, you put it and export again. Okay, see you in our next class, and make sure you like, you share. This class is very long. You can send the link to your WhatsApp like I said before, so that anytime you want to take a rehearsal, you click on the link and go straight to the video and watch it. Remember, this sample is just very simple. This is a very simple design, but there's a reason I took off this design, because I showed you about alignment, how to align your work to be very well arranged. We talked about shadow, how to Powerclip picture, how to mix color using more than one color. We used it in the shape, we use it in the object. How to curve shape, how to copy color from another object to another object, how to bring out all these call icon. And I also told you can download them from your Pinterest. Get that app. If you're a graphic designer, go and download that app, Pinterest. Let me type it, Pinterest. This app, every designer has to have this app, because the app gives you inspiration. Like I told you earlier, that anytime you want to design and you don't have anything in your head, you can go to your Pinterest and type exactly that thing you want to type. Like this thing, I can just type food flyer. Different types of designs will come out. You pick anyone, you can pick more than one. Like me, I used to pick more than one samples. Now pick idea here, conjoin them together and create my own. It's not that you are going to design exactly what you see there. Although some cases I have to steal, or yeah, every designer is a stealer, is a thief. We used to steal sometimes. We used to, depending on how urgent the work is, we can design exactly what we see on Pinterest. I'm telling you the truth, I'm not hiding anything from you, because you become a witness one day. Oh Jesus, I talk a lot. Oh yeah, now like, share, comment, and save this video because it's very long. See you in the next video.